everyone, and welcome back to Internet Racing School, or how I like to say it, IRS Wolf, my channel. And today I'm visiting another circuit for my project Lion King, and here at this circuit happening a very interesting event, which is interesting for me because this event with the Pro Karts, this is the go-karts with the two Honda engines, Honda 160cc engines. So the circuit which I'm visiting today called Three Sisters Race Circuit. This is karting circuit, but as you can see here also there is a different type of motorsport, go-karts, cars. So you know what, it's a really interesting circuit for me. So guys, as usually, let's go and let's find out as much as possible information about this circuit and of course racing line. This is what we're gonna do today. Right guys, so here we are. I am inside of the pit lane of Three Sisters karting circuit, and just next to me, sorry mate, what's your name?
Adam Nichols.
Adam, can you tell me first of all, what is the event, what type of event this one?
This is the last round of the BPEC Championship, the last 6-hour race of the year.
BPEC, this is Pro Karts?
Yeah, Pro Kart Endurance, using GX 200 engines still.
Listen, can you tell me, because I'm really, you know, all the season I wanted to come here, you know, but I always was busy at the other circuits, and luckily at the end of this year, this is the last round, yeah?
Yeah.
So I have a chance to come here and talk about BPEC. Can you tell me why this event is so popular in Britain?
I think it's because the amount of track time you get for your money is really good. It's a team event, so you know you're away with the weekend with your mates racing, not just with yourself. It's just a good, friendly atmosphere. Everyone seems to enjoy it, and also the track time for money is very good. So.
It's not every round 6 hours. Some of the rounds there is a 4 hours and 24.
No. Just we have either six hour races, or we have I think 6 or 7 6 hours, 12 hour and 2 24 hours.
24 hours.
Yeah.
As I understand, one of them is definitely on the T side.
Yeah, T side, and the other one we went to Spa this year. Spa in Belgium.
Ah,
yeah.
Belgium.
Yeah.
Wow. How was it?
It was alright. It was too hot. It was 35 degrees all weekend. It was too hot.
Wow. Well, maybe definitely I need to go there next year.
Yeah, it was good.
These Pro Cars for 6 hours. How reliable they are?
Yeah, very reliable. Nowadays, very rarely you ever see any breakdowns. The quality of mechanical reliability now is a lot better. If you went probably 6-7 years ago, it was quite common for people to break down and have problems, but now everyone's on the money with their mechanical side. So
where's the changes happen? Is that because of the investment in the engines?
Yeah, not so. It's between the engines in the car, everything's come on more and more and more. People are spending a lot of money making sure it's right. So yeah.
So I'm Stephen Welsh, driving for Baron Racing, number 98.
First of all, how is the results today?
We're plodding around in third position, which it looks like, you know, barring any problems, we'll probably finish there. We've had the pace to be right at the front, but a couple of slow pit stops and just a couple of things have let us down, so you know we're a little bit off now. But yes, we hope that we can drive to third at the end.
It's a 6-hour endurance. Yeah. Can you give me a little bit of understanding how the whole strategy works?
You know, we test all day yesterday and then try and work out who is the quickest, and then make a call on who's going to start the race, and then, you know.
What about karting setups? Because you have about 4 drivers, yeah?
We've got 3.
Oh, you've got 3?
Yeah.
So how you choose for whom you set up the car better?
We tend to all normally think similar things, to be honest, and you know, the carts are so closely matched that we never find any great steps with radical setups. You know, it's always there or thereabouts with where we've started the day, and maybe we'll make a couple of tweaks, whether that's the width of the cart or the caster or you know, tyre pressures, but it tends to be in a fairly small ballpark that we would make changes.
These Honda cars, Pro cars, Honda engines,
Yes.
how often you have to rebuild it?
Well, we've got a set of engines on today that we've bought prior to this event. But for the previous, every round in the championship we've done previously, we were on the same set of engines.
The same.
And maybe they've had some valve springs, you know, maybe a slight bit of work done to them, but not much. Nothing significant.
How is the best way to choose the chassis, which is going to be more reliable for every circuit?
I think there's 3 or 4 chassis manufacturers who produce carts that are equally as good and equally as quick.
So we have a 7 carts?
Yeah, I mean, I've raced a 7 cart years and years ago, and
Which you're using now?
MS. It's an MS cart now. You know, I've raced an MS cart for the best part of the last 10 years now, and that's just me.
You just feel it better?
Yeah, and you know, there's a lot of technical support at the circuit. Spares and such like are available if needed. So, but all of the main chassis manufacturers produce carts that are good enough to win the race.
And if I want to start, do I have to use everything brand new, or I still buy something second hand?
No, I would guarantee that a second-hand chassis with the right drivers and the right engines and the right sort of level of preparation could absolutely win the race.
How many drivers are you allowed to have in the team?
As many as you like. You've got a minimum of 2. You can't have 1 driver do the whole race. Some teams have 2, some teams have 3 drivers for 6 hours, and then for the 24 hours you might have 4 or 5 drivers, because it takes it out when you're doing a 24.
So for 6 hours, minimum driver changes?
Around here we're getting, because it's a fast circuit, the fuel we're using quite quickly, so we're getting about an hour and 15.
Hour and 15 on full tank.
Whereas some tracks you might get an hour and 20, hour and 30 on some slower tracks, but here is really using a lot of fuel.
Even today when it's wet, it's still...
Even still, it's fast in the wet. Yeah, we got in the wet we were getting an hour and a half, in the dry now is hour and 15.
But I see everyone running on slicks, isn't it now?
Yeah. They only use slicks in this series, no wets.
No wets at all.
No.
Doesn't matter how it's heavy raining.
They banned them.
That must be fun.
Yeah, it's good fun. They did it to save cost, because, for example, in a 24-hour race, every stop they're putting a new set of wets on it. You know, if it's £160 for a set of wets, that soon adds up. So they just went, right, everyone on slicks, that's it, end of.
So this way it doesn't depend on the budget, this way it depends on the driver.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I still miss wets, I prefer wets, but then again it does save a bit of money, so it's not the end of the world.
Tell me a little bit about Three Sisters circuit. What type of circuit is this?
Fast, very, very fast.
Yeah?
Yeah, very fast, very flowing. We're using the club circuit today, which is a more basic layout, a lot faster. The other option is to use the valley, where it goes up and over and back down. There's a couple of chicanes there, but they chose to use the club today.
So it was a choice before the race started?
Yeah, it wasn't ours, it was the organisers' choice. They made that. And
because of the weather?
No, I'm not sure why actually, but I would prefer to do the more complex track, but it's a very low braking circuit, very low braking
like
circuit.
a smooth dabbing?
Yeah, just a light dab.
I'm definitely going to do a track walk.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It'll take you a long time, it's a big track.
A little bit about Three Sisters kart circuit.
Yeah.
What type of the circuit is this?
I think it's certainly one of the fastest kart circuits that you could go to in this country. But I probably assumed, it's 7 years since I've been here, and I probably assumed that it would be less challenging than it is. But in my head I was thinking it's just fast everywhere, which would be easy, but actually it's a real challenge to do a good lap. Yeah.
Listen, because it's fast, I think it's a very rare where you have overtaking opportunities.
Yeah. So the main opportunity is at the end of the straight, because you get such a big toe down the back straight. But other than that, you have to be very opportunistic if you're going to make a move at other corners on the circuit, and you have to make sure that you've got a good run to make it work.
For endurance, it's quite good. I mean, because you have to keep up behind the driver to make a little bit of slipstream and to find the right time for overtaking.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right, guys, let me quickly tell you a little bit about the driver changes. So they're stopping over there. They have a wait there, so they're waiting the driver and the cart. I don't know what is the minimum requirements. I will find out it definitely for you. So there they have a wages, and this is where the happening waging procedure. Then they're moving to this point where they have to refuel their go-karts. When they finish refueling, the cart pushed all the way to here, and here this is where they have driver changes. This is where happening driver changes, and the new driver just go through the pit lane all the way to the circuit. What is the minimum weight should be?
185.
185, thank you. Okay, so the minimum weight should be 185 kilos. If you more than that, you will receive the penalties, seconds or laps. Right, guys, so right now I am at the pit lane in the area where the driver is doing driver change. So team number 85 now doing their driver change, and look how everything happening here. You just now did a driver change, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
How is everything going, first of all?
Absolutely terrible. This is our first event, so we're hoping to just finish.
Right.
But 15 minutes into the race, we were shunted off on turn 4, 5.
Turn 4.
Yeah, so we went straight out into the wall, bent the track rod arms, a lot of damage to the car. So we lost about 40 laps then. Yeah. We had a driver change at that point, so we sent someone new out, and he then had brake failure because the brake linkage snapped off. So we stopped then.
And you still managed to fix all that problems?
Yeah, surprisingly, we had all the spares, and obviously all the help that we've had from the BPEC team, from Howard, from Bobby. It's been fantastic. It's kept us going. But yeah, then I went out, and again we had a brake failure. We've had something snap. So we fixed that. So we are last with about 100 laps down, 110 laps, something like that.
Listen, but you're still on the go.
If we can finish, we'll be happy.
What is the best strategy for the driver changes?
Well, that was the smoothest one we've done, really. Because the first one we didn't do because we had to get the cart from out of the fields. So that was just a change. And the second one, that was me, wasn't it? That wasn't too bad. But because we're all different weights, we've got to take a lot of weight off and put it on. So there's that to factor in. There's obviously the rules and regs in terms of stopping in certain areas and not having the engines running and things like that. So yeah, it's been a steep learning curve.
What's your name, sir?
Ben.
Ben, full name?
Warburton,
Warburton
from Falcon Racing.
Listen, you just now came off. What's your name, sir?
Mark.
Mark,
Upton,
you
yeah.
just now made the driver change. Can you tell me what is the conditions of the Three Sisters circuit?
Oh, it's great. It's getting better actually, constantly. There's a lovely dry line, which is great if you're on your own. But when you're getting out of the way or you're overtaking, it's really slippy offline.
Yeah, you have to get
Really,
to the wet one.
it's really tricky because also when the fast guys come round, and you've got to get out of the way. And I keep thinking if I jump out of the way, you're on the slippy bit, and
You're losing the speed.
yeah, so much time.
This is your first time?
Yeah, I had about 20 minutes practice yesterday. I've never
And
been,
that's it?
Yeah. So
Wow.
that was a bit of a baptism of fire. But
What you can say about these Three Sisters circuits? How you find this circuit? What type of circuit is this?
fast, sort of free flowing, nice, good corners. I like I mean, there's some really good fast section around the back, particularly the entry into. I don't know all the corner names or numbers or anything, but there's a lot of good sections, where you can string together. But yeah, the first corner's really good. Fling it into there,
Wow.
chat out, and then there's a really tricky left-hander after that, which is kind of off camber. So you've got to just get onto the apex. It's really tricky actually, but challenging.
Now I want to try it.
Yeah, you do.
Now I
It's
want
really
to try
good.
it.
Yeah.
And because decision been made to use the club circuit, yes, not the
Oh yeah.
not the full circuit,
Yeah.
which is called international. I think.
Yeah, I've never been around, and I mean this is the first time here, so it'd be interesting to come back another time and see what the other circuit's like. But
Don't you ever say I just walked away, I will always want you. I can't let a lie, running for my life, I will always want you.
Yeah, I'm Nigel Richardson,
Nigel Richardson.
Yeah.
And which team you are?
NBR Racing.
NBR Racing.
Yeah, number 19.
So first of all, can you tell me how's it going today?
Not too bad. We didn't qualify very good. Back in 27th. I think we're into 19th now. So we
19th.
everything was set dry this morning for the kart. So I went out and tried, but it didn't work for me. So we got better as the days gone on. We're faster in the dry than we are in the wet.
Can you tell me a little bit about your racing history? What you've done in the past
Yeah, I used to do a lot of road racing with the bikes.
with the bikes?
Yeah, back in 95, 96, 97. Then I had a bit of an accident, and then we sort of stopped everything and come back in the karting really 3 years ago.
So we speak about the bikes which is on the circuit, on the tarmac.
Yeah, doing the British Championship, Auto 66 and New Era.
And if you don't mind to ask me, what happened with the bikes?
My bike stalled on the start line and everybody set off and took me off the bike.
Oh, and this is where the accident
Yeah, I ended up losing my leg.
happened. All right, and I think this is where this happened.
Yeah, this is our local circuit in Darlington at Croft. I was second off the grid and the bike stalled and everyone set off, and the two back markers took me out. Freak accident basically. And I've been racing for quite a while.
So this is where the injury happened as well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry asking you.
It's fine. Yeah, no, it's quite a long time ago. It's 22 years ago now. So.
And how is it in the go-karts? Because I see you are quite quick, even with the injury.
Yeah, I use a hand control, which I use on another kart, and team manager James, he sets everything up with us, so we can use the kart. So yeah, I can brake just as hard as the other lads in the corners, get the kart to turn. No different.
Wow.
So yeah, just as quick.
You've been manager.
Yeah, last year I did a team of young lads that I'd coached, brought them on. Josh Falkus, who's now in the 11, and Sam Harris, who's also on a team now. So looking forward to the junior pro karts, because I've been in pro kart a long time. Seen a lot of really good cadet drivers who have disappeared, because to go into two-stroke junior categories is just endless money.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas if you can get a junior pro kart, most dads have a couple of engines for the kids in cadets, and those engines will go straight onto junior pro karts.
Why everyone going to the? I mean, I understand why everyone going to the two strokes, But I think with the pro cards you can move in the motorsport as well.
A lot easier, a lot cheaper. That's the problem. That's why we lose so many good cadet drivers, because just to get in to be reasonably competitive, you want a minimum between 20 and 30,000. That's not an Nornan. That's just to get competitive kit. A cadet that I used to coach, he came on, went into 2-strokes, and the team he was with insisted he had 4 different sets of magnesium rims for a startup, £180 a set. So if you expand that, it's incredibly expensive. Whereas these Hondas, it's a fixed unit, you see very little variation, and the last set I had one £300 repair in 300 plus hours of running. So it's extremely financially viable and competitive. We don't run wets, also saves huge quantity of money. It's very competitive, and the paddock here is fantastic.
Yeah,
you can walk around this paddock and pick any spare you want. A team broke a stub bearings, and I said, come down, and we fixed it. I got them back out.
Amazing atmosphere. Amazing.
I do all our prep work obviously as well. We probably have one of the best mechanical records this season, to be honest.
So I'll have to remember you for the next year.
Well, always tap wood.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, I enjoy running the teams, and obviously I'm always on the comms. You see me on me perch, and I coach over the radio as well, and the young drivers have had this year.
So where the young drivers can find you, if someone from my viewers is going to be interested? Any website?
T-side mainly. No, I have no website
T-side,
whatsoever.
on the T-side mainly?
Yeah, I just pick up young drivers that I see in pro karts, so I've helped them a lot. Young Toby, I helped him when he first started. Sam Harris, like I say, Josh Falkers, they're the ones present on the grid. Coached you, I'll be coaching his lad next year, young Jake, and I think there'll possibly another junior I'll have next year, so it'll keep me busy.
What type of circuit is this?
It's a very, very fast circuit.
And how does it drive around?
In the drive, really fast, really good. Yeah, you can get some top speed along the back, we're just over 70 mile an hour. Normally we race at T-side, for the endurance racing. Which I met you there, yeah, I seen you there a few weeks ago. But yeah, this is a fast circuit. I raced here 24 years ago on a bike.
Here?
Yeah. That's the last time I was here. It was 24 years ago.
Bikes and the 2 wheels and the 4 wheels must be completely 2 different racing lines.
Totally different. You've got to learn to lean out of the cart instead of sort of leaning into the corner. You know, your body's weight's totally different. It took me quite a while, it took me a year to learn how to drive it. It's totally different.
Wow. And today, because it's a little bit wet, yeah? And even if we speak about the dry, I think this circuit is not much opportunities for overtaking.
Up the back straight, a couple of the corners and the hairpins, yeah, you can pass and block pass if you needed to. But really, in the endurance race, you want to just follow the fast lads. If you're the faster than you, let them past and keep them going.
Just keep up with them.
Yeah, you try to. Yeah, but it's quite hard. These lads have been pros for quite a few years now.
How you keep yourself calm? Because I've done championship last year in a D-Max, you know, in Daytona D-Max,
yeah.
And every time when someone overtaking me, I am like, what's wrong? You know, how you keep yourself calm? Is that comes with the practice?
Yeah, it just comes with practice. On the comms, James is quite calm and he'll tell you what's happening behind you. So if we are a bit slower than the fast lads, the pro lads. So we just sort of put a hand out, let them up the inside of you, then try and follow them through.
Right, guys, so after a few camera chats, I'll be honest with you, I'm really interested about pro cards. Here you go. I'm really interested about the pro cards. I'm really interested about the BPEC. And I really want to try something, you know, like some kind of championship. And well, I'll be honest with you, BPEC is, with the BPEC, yes, it's good event, it's a really amazing event, but for me, for beginner, I think it's a lot of competitive drivers here, so it's gonna be really tough. So maybe I need to choose something something easier, something like a club race or something like this. But you know what? I'm looking toward that one because it's really interesting event, and on a budget, it's really affordable. What happened? Checkered flag? Red flag? Oh yeah, checkered flag. So yeah, so yeah, you know, guys, now I want to tell you that I'm really looking for the chassis. If someone's selling chassis, I'm not gonna buy it expensive chassis. I'm gonna buy second-hand chassis and as low price as possible because you know, I'm just starting, so I'm not gonna invest thousands and thousands just to, you know, just for the driver beginner. If anyone has any information, just let me know. You have all my details in the description down below. And yeah, let's go and let's find out more information.
Thank you so much for all of you. And the winner of the last round, team number 33, Q Race. Please depart as quietly and as safely as you possibly can. 1, 2, 3. We will see you at the presentation. Retail Stadium on the first. Thank you so much. Good night.
Hello, my name is Toby Dodson. I'm part of TGR, MSTGR 753, and I will take you on the track walk now. So, as we look at the racetrack from here, this is the start finish straight right here. So you want to be coming up here and you want to be aiming for the inside of the track here, ready to...
On the left hand side, yeah?
Yeah, well, not on the right hand side.
Also,
yeah, right hand side here.
Yeah, but you entering on the left hand side?
Yeah, entering on the left hand side, ready, and then taking an apex around here, ready for the release of the corner.
Into the middle, yeah?
Yeah, into the middle, and then you want to be aiming for like the middle of the track for a late apex here. And same again as this corner, you want to be just waiting for the runoff here, coming, following all the way down here. And this corner's flat. You want to be over to the far left and go it just like absolutely flat through here.
From the right, flat into the left apex,
yes.
Yeah?
And then you want to be coming tight into here.
Stay tight on the left, yeah?
Yep. Like a straight line down there.
Okay.
And you want to be round, like aiming for the inside of the corner, like the apex here.
Early apex.
Yeah. Early apex, hugging the curb all the way around. You want to be the release of the corner around here.
Yeah.
Ready to come off to the runoff here.
Back to the left, yeah.
And then you want to be flat from here all the way around here.
And that bend, you don't touch in this bend, in this one. You don't touch the apex. You stay away from the apex, yeah.
Yeah. So, and you don't touch this curb here either.
Sorry, this one, yeah, this one.
And it's flat all the way down here. And then for this corner, which comes around here, you want to be braking around here.
On the left hand side?
Yeah, on the left hand side, coming in, turning in around here, quite sharply right, and then you want to be coming round, and then you want to be, flat from about here, coming round, waiting for the corner release, all the way to like...
So you touch the apex somewhere 3/4 or somewhere in the middle?
Well, you want to be hugging it from really around here.
Oh, from the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
From the beginning, and then flat all the way around if you can.
Near the curb?
Yeah, near the curb, and then you want to be releasing the corner around here.
In the middle?
Yep. Well, no, you want to be coming all the way out
to the left.
Here.
All the way to the left, yeah?
And for this corner, where we're gone?
This.
Yeah, for this corner you want to be coming round here. It's flat all the way around. You want to be staying...
Do you switch completely to the right, or...?
No, just stay in the middle of the track.
In the middle, yeah?
Yeah, so using as least track as possible.
Yeah.
So you're coming around here, you're not really touching that, but you're aiming just the... What's the word? Just nibble it.
Just nibble it, the apex, yeah?
Yeah, just nibble the apex a little bit.
And release it? Yeah,
release. It's flat all the way down here again, and you come far to the left.
Yeah.
And then you brake quite sharply.
Yep.
Quite sharp right turn as well, hugging the apex.
Any brakes in that sharp turn?
Yeah, braking around here quite. It's like a little dab of the brake.
Okay.
Yeah. So then you're coming all the way down.
Late apex, yeah?
It's hugging it all the way around.
Oh, hugging up all the way around. Got it.
So then it's waiting for the release of the corner, ready to come over here, and it's like it's flat from around here, and it's just back up to the first corner. This is the racing line from Turby around Three Sisters Circuit.
Right guys, so here he is. This is the end of the race, the end of the event, and this is the end of the BPEC championship, because this was the final round, round 10. This is the first time when I'm finishing event so late. It's completely dark. Hopefully the track walk, you liked it, because I've done my best with the track walk, but I'm more than sure I'll have to come back here and to make one more in the daytime, one more racing line, and I would like to have the same guy, the same driver, because his racing line is really amazing. The way how he explained it is really amazing. So yeah, and guys, I'm not gonna talk a lot because it's late, it's dark, and I still have a long trip to go home, about 4 hours. So this is it. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, say your opinion, say what you want me to do next. And also don't forget, I'm starting my new project, which is called budget racing. It might be different name, because it's the budget racing is just what I have in my head, but I might call it different. But yeah guys, I'm looking for chassis, I'm looking for engines, and I'm looking to do it as cheap as possible. I know it's not going to be competitive, but listen, I am beginner, I haven't done any championships, anything like this, and I'm really looking forward to do that, but I'm not going to invest lots of money because I'm not that professional. I don't have experience, you know, so I have to start with as low as possible, get the experience, get the knowledge of the circuit, and then I might move to something more and more professional, to some new equipments. Yeah guys, so you know about my plans for the next year. If you can help me, you have all my details in the description down below, my Facebook, my Instagram. Drop me the message, say that listen, I have these chassis and these chassis, or listen, I have a bent chassis, I'm gonna throw them away, do you want to have them? And I'll definitely say you yes, because there is a people who can fix it, isn't it? So yeah, so this is it guys, see ya.